Morning YouTube, this is C.W. Smith here. This will be my Flash spoiler review. I apologize that I didn't get to do it yesterday. It was because I was still addicted to Fortnite. I was still playing Fortnite, and I had to do some couple things, and I was gonna do it tonight, but I was a little tired, so I fell asleep. So yeah, I apologize for not doing it yesterday. But this will be a spoiler review, so if you still haven't watched the episode, please go to get the CW app, watch the episode, and then come back for the review. Now, this was kind of a sort of a good, okay, well, basically, they were still trying to figure out and find more of the Buzz metas, and they found one. Her name by the name of Izzy Bowen, or whatever her last name was. I think it was Bowen. I think. Yeah, and it was an Izzy Bowen, and she has the meta powers. And basically, her ability is like basically a sonar sort of thing. It's kind of like a little. Her powers on the Flash series is a little different, explained a little differently on the show, because in the old comics it was actually a male, not a female. So in the old comics it was like a different thing, Fiddler, but the Thinker actually came up with that name for that character. But yeah, this one is the Fiddler. It's still the Fiddler. And Harry apparently has been visiting Earth too, but then we see him in the coffee shop, so that means he just got back. And Cecile is telling him about, and asking him for help, basically. And lately she's been having even though I still remember, she has the ability to read people's minds, but I don't know if that's still temporary. So, I actually think that that's kind of still kind of temporary. And yeah, I don't know if it will be, I don't know when her powers will be gone, but I don't know if it's actually her actual powers. But no, I think it's just only temporary. And lately she's been hearing Joe's minds whenever she tries to sleep, because she couldn't sleep. And so she she asked for Harry's help for a device that will help her with that when she sleeps at night. So, and that's what they come with. If they came up with the cerebral infiltrator, which is kind of like what Savitar said. And when in last season, Savitar told them about the cerebral infiltrator, when they're going to use that to stop Devoe. And that's kind of Savitar kind of explained the whole thing without actually explaining the whole story and what was going on with that. So anyway, so Barry and Ralph went to the place where Izzy was performing. After she was done, they went to her and told her, and trying to warn her about Devoe, but they got their butts handled, and she used her powers against them. And then, in all these moments of and then she was then Devoe found her, and then she was about to take an Izzy, but Flash and Elongated Man went and saved her right away. And apparently, they revealed their identities, which I don't know how much big is this a thing on the Flash now. Barry has done that so many times on this show. Like, it's so many times it's so hard to count how many times it's, like, really. Anywho, and anyway, Cecile comes in to Star Labs, and Harry makes this little big head thing on her head, and kind of puts this thing on her head, which looks something like a little bit like Back to the Future. And Cisco, oh wait, and Okay, before, okay, trying to remember much. I know it's been a week. It's almost been a week. I'm trying to remember. And DeVoe and his powers are kind of like she's in Becky's body. So it's kind of she has all the powers absorbed into his mind, and apparently she get fainting, and so that's because his powers are kind of disintegrating, and he would need more powers, and he would need to generate more, and so that's what leading him to taking over Barry's mind in sometime in this season. And so they would use that, and then Harry made it a little the cerebral. He called it the cerebral infiltrator, and those smaller thing. It's a little smaller, like this size. And they were going to use that against DeVoe, but then when Izzy encountered DeVoe the second time, they tried to use. They put the cerebral infiltrator on the head, but he forgot. They forgot that. And they almost forgot that. And they took Kilgore's powers, which is the power to take over technology, and so she used that. She used his Kilgore's powers, and then deactivated the cerebral infiltrator. Yeah, they would have had the chance if they didn't have too many powers. If DeVoe didn't have too many powers. And Barry and meanwhile, earlier in the episode, they were training Izzy to get used her powers, and they gave her the fiddler, fiddle, and they was going to take a better control of her powers. And it works, and he used the fiddler, the fiddle gave her the much better use of her powers. And yeah, so they were training her, and Barry kind of pushed her when they were giving training, and then Ralph was kind of like making a connection with Izzy, and I would have thought, man, I hope she stick around. Hopefully hopefully she'll be safe, and because Ralph was making a new friend, and she was starting to like her, and then in the beginning, okay, anyway. But it didn't work, and so they tried to save Izzy, but DeVoe got into Izzy's mind and took her powers. And DeVoe's wife may not be in with the plan because she thinks he's taking it too far. So he kind of drugged her. So that way, to make her keep being involved with the plan. And I wonder when she will realize that she will fight it, and she will join Team Flash, and be on Flash's side, and so that she can help them defeat DeVoe. And the ending of the episode. Now, in the beginning, Barry went back to CCPD, and everybody was there at him, and they were still got a little bit scared of him, just because they still think he killed DeVoe. But he got out of the case. So, and the mayor kind of made a decision that they wanted to keep him out of the CCPD indefinitely. But I don't think he's not fired, but they just want to take an absence and leave an absence, which might be a good idea, because and now Ralph was feeling guilty about Izzy, but it wasn't his fault. They did everything they can, but then they made Private Barry and a private investigator. Which might be a good thing, because I don't know if that might be the thing if Ralph would be on for season 5, but I kind of really hope he does. And So Barry, it will be a private investigator. Maybe for the rest, might be for the rest of the season. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it might be for the rest of the season. But yeah, really good episode. Really good stuff. Really good. I love The Flash so much. One of my favorites. And that will be it for my video. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if any of you guys are new to the channel and are fans of the nerdy geek culture, make sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe, tap that bell. And I will see you all in a couple hours with my Arrow review. And let me tell you something. Last week's episode of Arrow was just so crazy. It was so freaking crazy. Alright, and that's me it. Alright, I'll see you guys later. See ya.